Hello and welcome. I'm thrilled to be speaking with you today, the students of the Europe Hotel School. My background is in modern hospitality operations and AI-driven performance, and I'm here to support you on your professional journey. We've all experienced a truly exceptional hotel and wondered, how do they get it so right every single time? Well, today, we're going to pull back the curtain. We're going to explore the fact that excellence isn't an accident. It's a blueprint. And that really is the million-dollar question, isn't it? It's not about having one great stay. It's about delivering that exact same level of amazing service for every single guest, on every shift, day in and day out. That is the true hallmark of a world-class hotel. So, what's the secret? Let's break it all down. So here's our roadmap for today. We'll kick things off with the biggest challenge of all, consistency. Then, we'll get into the two core pillars that every great hotel is built on. We're going to do a deep dive into the procedures, the people part, and then the technology that makes it all run. And finally, we'll see how it all comes together to create a system that grows and gets better over time. Let's get right into it. Okay, so first up, the challenge of consistency. Look, the hardest part of running a hotel isn't just about providing good service. It's about providing consistently great service at scale. It means that the experience a guest has on a quiet Tuesday morning has to be just as fantastic as the one they have on a completely sold-out holiday weekend. Just think about how complex that is for a second. You've got this huge team of people, right? All with different levels of experience, working different shifts, in totally different departments. The ultimate goal is to build an operation where the quality of service is baked into the system itself, so it never depends on which individual happens to be on the clock. So how in the world do you solve a challenge that big? Well, it all comes down to two foundational pillars. These two things are the absolute bedrock that supports the entire structure of any high-performing hotel. They are completely non-negotiable. Pillar number one is what we call standard operating procedures, or SOPs. The easiest way to think about these, they are the architectural blueprints for service. They are the clear step-by-step instructions that make sure every single important task, from checking in a guest to preparing a room, is done the exact same way to the highest standard every single time. And that brings us to our second pillar, the property management system, the PMS. Now, if the SOPs are the blueprints, the PMS is the high-tech command center that brings those plans to life. This system is literally the central nervous system of the hotel. It manages everything, from the moment a reservation is made, all the way through to billing and checkout. And here is the single most important thing to understand. These two pillars do not work alone. They are completely intertwined. Your SOPs define how you do things, that's the process. The PMS is the tool you use to execute that process flawlessly. You absolutely cannot have a world-class operation without both working in perfect harmony. So let's zoom in on that first pillar, procedure. Because, it's not enough to just say you have SOPs. For them to actually work, they have to be built on a foundation of absolute, undeniable clarity. This is so crucial. Clarity is everything. An SOP that's confusing or that can be interpreted in a few different ways is honestly worse than having no SOP at all. Your goal here is to completely eliminate guesswork. When you do that, you empower your team, you slash errors, and you make it possible for a brand new employee to perform like a seasoned pro from day one. And this is a perfect real-world example, the check-in process. Notice how every step is crystal clear, and it follows a logical order. First, you verify the reservation. Then, you assign the right room, you process the payment, you carefully log any special requests the guest has, and this is critical, you update the PMS in real time so that everyone else in the hotel has the latest information. There's no room for confusion, just a clear, simple path to getting it right. All right, let's shift gears to our second pillar, the PMS. Look, having a powerful system is one thing, but truly maximizing what it can do, that's what separates the good hotels from the truly great ones. This is the engine that drives all of your day-to-day efficiency. To really get the most value out of your PMS, you gotta go beyond just knowing the basic functions. It's about developing real mastery. Part of it is about speed, knowing how to navigate the system quickly, using shortcuts, and automating routine tasks. But the other part is about being smart, making sure your data is 100% accurate so you can use the system's reports and analytics to make better decisions for the entire hotel. Let's just focus on automation for a moment. This is a total game changer. I mean, look at this chart. When you do things manually, it's slow, and it's full of opportunities for human error. But when you automate those workflows, bam! The time it takes plummets, and the error rate drops right along with it. But the real point isn't just about being faster. It's about freeing up your talented team from boring, repetitive tasks so they can focus on what technology can't do, creating genuine, memorable human connections with your guests. And listen, I really cannot overstate how important data accuracy is. Every single piece of wrong information that gets into that PMS creates a ripple effect of problems. It can lead to incredibly embarrassing mistakes like overbookings or frustrating billing errors. And what's the end result? A dissatisfied guest who probably isn't coming back. It's simple: garbage in, garbage out. This brings us to the most exciting part: synergy. This is where it all comes together. We've talked about SOPs and the PMS as these two separate pillars. Now we're going to see how when you integrate them, you create an operation that is just completely seamless. This table shows that synergy in action perfectly. Look at housekeeping. They follow their SOP to clean a room and then immediately use the PMS to update that room status to clean. What's the result? The front desk knows instantly that the room is available. Or how about the front desk? They follow an SOP to take a maintenance request, log a ticket in the PMS, and boom, maintenance gets notified immediately. See? It's not about separate departments doing separate jobs. It's a connected, intelligent workflow that flows across the entire property. But here's the thing: it never stops. True operational excellence isn't something you achieve once and you're done. It's a living, breathing cycle of continuous improvement. You constantly train your staff. You review the data and analytics from your PMS. You use that data to make your SOPs even sharper. And you are always, always listening to guest feedback. Each piece of this puzzle fuels the next, creating a culture where you're always getting better. And at the end of the day, I want you to remember this. Your SOPs and your PMS, they are incredibly powerful tools, but your greatest asset will always be your people. A well-trained, empowered team member who has truly mastered these systems. They can solve any problem, anticipate what a guest needs before they even ask, and turn a pretty good stay into an absolutely unforgettable one. So as you move forward and build what I know will be incredible careers, I want you to carry this one question with you. When you walk into any hotel operation, I want you to look around and ask yourself, is this place designed for excellence? Is it built on the strong pillars of clear procedures and smart technology? Or is their success just being left up to chance? Because let me tell you, the very best in this business, they leave absolutely nothing to chance. Thank you.